All right, everybody, we're doing a video that literally not a single soul asked for this video, but I'm doing it anyway because we're going to be ranking every Spider-Man suit in the Miles Morales game. So the first one on the list has to be the Strike suit. It is probably the worst Spider-Man suit that Miles Morales has available to him in the entirety of the game. It's too bulky, looks goofy. You got a lot of like these thick reddish, like orange kind of webbing on the mask, which looks ridiculous. Kind of reminds me of like a big old car tire or something covered in like Cheeto dust. It's horrible. It's got like these big armored gauntlets with these big old orangey looking spiders on them. It just ain't it, man. And they do glow in the dark, along with the tiny little glowy eyes. It just looks so awful. Like there's just better choices out there. Never use this suit ever. Yep, the Crimson Cowl is next on this list. Get some of the classic black with the red webbing. The pants look like Miles is wearing his mom's yoga pants. Did bro go to Lululemon or something to pick those up? The boots look like these little like booties or something he's got attached to the pants. This looks terrible. The spider in the front and back look really huge as well and like really pointy, and it lacks a lot of style. It feels very bland, and it doesn't blend with the whole aesthetic. The 2099 suit is a bit better because it's sort of like a recolor of the Crimson Cowl, which the recolor does look nice. Like you get like a lot of the classic 2099 kind of bluish whites and a bit of red in there and stuff like that. But even the glowy eyes look great too. It's still a recolor, so it's not very unique, but you do get the big spider from the 2099 style, which I like, but yeah, it's still pretty bad. Now, a step above, I guess, is technically the spider training suit, but it requires you to play New Game Plus for it, which I just didn't actually do. It just seemed like to go through that amount of effort for a single suit that I don't even want to use. How little I would ever use it too. It's just bro is wearing a t-shirt and jeans, and I mean it does have some lore implications which I can appreciate. You can sort of headcanon the idea he's still starting out as Spider-Man. It doesn't have a suit yet, so he's borrowing Peter's clothes and his mask, but it's still pretty bad. It's not even a suit, technically speaking. The Brooklyn Visions Academy suit, it is above the spider training suit. It is within that casual wear with the suit kind of style, with the sneakers and the headphones around the neck, but he's also wearing his school jacket. Kind of takes away from that secret identity thing. The only reason it's not further up in the list is because it does include the classic suit mix in, which is a redeeming quality, but it's still pretty bad. Like I pretty much will never use that suit ever. Like it's so bad. The programmable matter could not be any higher. I mean, it is very unique and it is very futuristic, but it does lack a little bit in style, I would say. I think it's almost too over designed where it gets kind of bland, and it is just really, it's a very silver, like it has a like very silvery, and it has a lot of like glowy parts, which too much glow, honestly. It's just everything's glowing. It's kind of weird, and then it's usually really snowy, so it just the colors ain't working, bro. Just looks off. So I pretty much never use that suit. Uptown Pride is pretty bad, but not as bad as the other horrendous atrocities to Miles that this game has brought upon our eyeballs. It is the classic suit, but it's yellow, which is fine. I don't really like the color yellow, and I don't think I ever used the suit beyond getting the suit the first time, but it's gold. Ooh, yay, the yellow. I mean, but Batman did it better. The homemade suit is really good considering the fact that it's a suit that we get in every Spider-Man game, from what I'm understanding, and it fills the narrative of being a new Spider-Man, which also looks like a Spider-Man with the sweater having the big printed spider on it. The other suits with casual wear don't really come close to this one. I think it's perfect almost for how it would be for, say, a vigilante upcoming with the goggles, the Timbs, the sweater and everything. It looks great, and it actually still looks like Spider-Man at the same time. And winter wear, of course, is perfect when the city is literally covered in snow all the time. Sportswear is even better as it has the elements from other suits, such as those like red sneakers and the red mask Peter usually wears, but you also get way more layered clothing with a coat and a hoodie, as well as like some shorts for the mobility. it really works, I would say. I think it perfectly captures this sort of vibe of like the spur of the moment, gotta run sort of vibes to save people from the next villain destroying the city or getting that purse back from the burglar kind of thing. It really fits sort of like that feel of like you're on the go and you gotta put your mask on and you gotta do your thing. The Great Responsibility suit is so good for what it represents, as it looks like it's a very early suit that Peter must have made when he was younger and starting out. It has his sneakers and some knee pads.
Would you like some knee pads?
I'm sorry?
You're looking at me like you want to suck my hog. So I'm asking if you would like some knee pads.
Which you don't see much in any other suits. It's similar to Peter's classic colors and suit, but a bit different because it does reinforce that narrative, because it does look very like vastly different compared to Peter's suit and everything like that. But also fits with the narrative of the game, because Miles is getting used to the idea that he is Spider-Man just as much as Peter is, and even more so, he has the city to himself to take care of within this game. So Purple Rain is an interesting suit, as we don't really see anything else like it in the game. It is a Prowler styled suit for Miles, which you get from doing the quest with his uncle. And it comes with some canister things around the belt and wrist, which does mimic the Prowler's design. So he kind of looks like he would be like the Prowler's like sidekick or something. So it's pretty good. I mean, it's a good suit. It functions for like a what if suit. Like if the Prowler was still active, like this is probably how I'd imagine that the Spider-Man would look. Advanced Tech suit is essentially the programmable matter suit. It feels actually not garbage. It's better than the suits we mentioned, but not better than the ones we have yet to talk about. It is sort of like a variation of the classic, and it is a bit more futuristic, but I can't say I used it too much during my playthrough, or really used it much at all. It's okay. It's not terrible, but not impressive. The tracksuit is a great suit for its ability to redesign the classic look while maintaining the core elements that make up that design. The eyes are the same as usual, but then we get a big red spider that stretches out to make its presence known, along with the white coloration being a prominent color that makes the suit shine. I think that it's very sort of futuristic almost in a way, but not too much. It looks more like a modernization of the classic suit, along with some of like the like sort of like lighter whites to almost gray with the lines and stuff like that to show like different pieces of fabric kind of coming together. It also maintains the same coloration with the mask, as well as having like these sort of like red bands around like the wrists and stuff like that, and like the red coloration around the gloves and even the heels and stuff like that. Really makes the suit shine quite bright, I would say, within this list. But there are other suits coming up that definitely shine even brighter than this one does. The Miles Morales 2020 suit does bring a new style in, because they're rocking a sort of like Daft Punk style with the suit. You get a great jacket, the helmet showing the eyes with the holographic effect, which is very unique. I don't think any other suit in the game actually has anything even close to that, which is great. It's got some red highlights with the blacks and grays to really make it pop. And you top it off with that holographic spider on the chest, which is very super futuristic, cyberpunk kind of style. It's very stylish, it's very fashionable, it's very nice. So here's one of the best suits right here. The classic suit, jumping right off the comic panels and into our monitors and TV screens in full HD goodness. You can't beat the original, and this was always looks great to rock in the iconic Spidey suit. There's not really much else to say. They cooked, I gotta say. It's a pretty good suit. I mean, there's not much else you can say. But it's gonna stay right in the middle of the list. Now, the winter suit stands out at least a step above this one, because the classic suit, except now you have scarf, leg warmers, earmuffs, a hat, all this kind of winter gear. Because it's cold outside, man. It's wintry. It's covered in snow around the entire city. It's perfect. It's literally perfect. It's like the classic suit, but now you get some additional details with it. Now you get an additional almost lore implication, like, bro, it's cold out there in the streets saving the city. The animated suit goes even harder though, because when you take a classic suit and then you animate it, it just looks even better, because it looks like he jumped off of one of those animated TV shows and right into your game. It kind of is like the Arkham Batman, the animated series suit that you see in Arkham City, but even better quality here due to the release and the current hardware. As an animated Marvel show enjoyer, this hits even harder for me because you get a little bit nostalgic about those shows where Miles does appear in. The end. The suit, not the video. One of my most used suits in the game, as it reminds me of the Last Stand suit that Peter has, which is one of my favorite suits in the other games. It seems to have taken a different approach though, while maintaining a similar vibe. So I'm not sure if they're supposed to be paired together or not, but I did pair them together in the sequel with Spider-Man 2. I used to put those two together because they felt to me like they had a similar style and vibe, which was like about combat. And then one is called The Last Stand, and then this one's called The End. So like they both are kind of like seemingly similar in that way. And it's taking a different approach because it does have a hooded jacket, very stylish design while maintaining a taste of the classic suit. But the eyes have this very sharp, pointy sort of design, and it contrasts really heavily with the black fabrics and the red. So it really pops. Along with the camo pants, which is like a sort of reddish camo in there as well. And it makes you feel very combat focused and kind of like you're mixing in a bit of casual wear, a little bit of combat in there. It's a lot of variation mixed in. And you also even get some boots with it that kind of get that military sort of feel, which makes them kind of matches like the other Spider-Man suit that has boots and like seems like some dark jeans or something. Kind of fit with that sort of thing. Spider-Verse suit is amazing. It's probably so freaking good to see the skin in the game. One of my favorite suits for the faithfulness of the design used in the movie. And I believe you're actually able to use the animations from the Spider-Verse film. I think they have that either, whether it be I think it's a gadget mod. I know in the sequel Spider-Man 2 you were able to actually have that as a setting you could turn on, I think, or it was like a suit mod or something, and you can actually run around with that suit and have that animation, which was really nice. And the films were obviously amazing so far, and to be able to play with that suit is nothing short of incredible. I mean, what else is there to say? It looks great. They readjusted the proportions, they readjusted even some of the animations depending on which game you're playing. It just looks awesome. Like, there's not much else you can say. It's literally a classic suit, but even better than the original. Now, this suit right here is probably the main suit that I tried to use as much as I could, especially during my entirety of the playthrough of Spider-Man 2. Whenever I was able to get it, I pretty much never took off this suit, unless I was experimenting, but this suit was always the suit I would always gravitate to. It is the Bodega Cat suit. And I gotta break it down, because first I gotta talk about the mask. It's different than any other mask we get in this game. Literally. Like, there's no other mask or anything else in this game that actually has a similar style. It first kind of reminds me of like a Ultimate Spider-Man kind of like style with like the big eyes, like, and even like the fabric is very different than what I've seen on any other suits. And you know, any suits for Miles at all. And of course we also get a nice, like, you know, really nice like red hoodie with like the black painted spider on the front, which is upside down, which I like as well. Makes it a little more unique instead of it being like right side up like usual. Upside down, I don't know, it just makes it seem a little bit more just unique in that way. It's subtle, but it's a nice touch. You also get the red sneakers that we've seen on other suits as well, so that's always good to see. And of course, the main selling point of the suit being you have a backpack where Spider-Cat can sit in there with his own spider mask to boot. Really makes swinging around feel a lot less lonely when you have a little buddy on your back keeping you company on your adventure swinging around the city. With an occasional meow and a Spider-Cat just popping his head out periodically really sells the suit for me. He also appears in takedowns and he helps you beat up the bad guys. So what is there not to love about the Bodega Cat suit? So that's it. All Spider-Man, more Miles Morales suits ranked from worst to best. Let me know how much you disagree with these takes in the comments. I'm out of here.